the next Rome and that kind of stuff. And it seems like there's this old blood that's running through centuries, and they're just still fighting out a battle that they're hoping to survive long enough that the other side doesn't. And it seems like it just continues on, and utilizing these different tactics and forces and stuff is just things that are escalating, because with new technology, you come out with new weaponry and all that kind of stuff. But it seems like it's the same thought pattern almost.
So let me give you another concept
Yes.
in Operation Gladio. It's called strategy of tension. And if you look up the strategy of tension, what you're going to find is what basically I was referring to as the left and the right in the rabble rousing and the terrorism. And they use a strategy of tension in order to manipulate people.
Mhm.
Now,
Yeah.
I have a wonderful husband who has to listen to me talk about all of this stuff all the time, and I make his brain hurt. And he's an electrical contractor, by the way. So we get to talk about all that stuff too. And
That's
he
yeah.
came up one day a couple of years ago and he says, "Hey, do you remember that show we used to watch called Get Smart?"
Oh,
And I
Yeah.
look at him and I kind of roll my eyes and I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm kind of busy." And he goes, "Do you remember what those organizations were called in the show?" And I'm like, "No." And he said it was called Chaos and Control. So think about
yeah.
this. They
Yeah.
create chaos so they can control us. That's the very definition of strategy of tension. Well, after World
Well,
War
yeah,
II,
that's what the Nazis did to get into power. They created tension, and then they were going to be the saviors that came in and saved it.
so
Yeah.
after World War II,
Yeah.
the entire world maps were redrawn, right? Boundaries. We created countries out of nothing. We just
Yeah.
redrew. I mean, we changed the names of countries. Persia became Iran. Mesopotamia became Iraq. Blah blah blah. All right. So we've got a whole new map. And there were things like Israel created after World War II. So if you are sitting at the big table and you want to strategically place tension points around the world that at the flip of a coin, you can have instant war because war is how we're going to control people. We are going to have centers of tension that can erupt at a moment's notice out of nowhere. So if you think about where those places are today, they're very interesting and all were created after World War II, like Israel. You control the entire Middle East out of one little country. Well, let's think of another one that no one ever talks about, and it goes to the heart of Operation Gladio. If you're going to have weapon caches all over the world, that's going to cost a lot of money, isn't it? If you're going to
Yeah.
train people on how to be assassins and torture people and kidnap people and use C4 explosives, all in these caches, that's going to cost a lot of money. They're going to have to travel to the training. Where are you going to get that money? Because this is all covert. This is not funded out of an appropriated line because on paper they don't exist. Well, the most profitable business in the world after World War II was narcotic trafficking, opium.
Yeah.
Where's all that at after World War II?
Vi-
Oh, it's
A
over
lot of
here
it's
in South China. And
yeah,
so you have
Vietnam.
this
Yeah.
entire OSS presence in China. And they're helping Chiang Kai-shek, the warlord in South China, the KMT army, fight not only the Japanese, but he's also fighting Mao. And so the OSS helps them in every way.